In last video, we have discussed about Saturn in the 7th house of the horoscope. In this video, we are going to dive deep into what are the effects when you have Venus. Yes, Venus in the 7th house of the horoscope. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you go further faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You'll be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one, and these videos will help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic astrology. Venus in the 7th house of the horoscope. What is Venus? The first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Venus is beauty. Venus is about beauty. Venus is about the love, peace, harmony. Venus is about comforts. More than luxuries, Venus is about the comforts. Venus rules the water element in the 5 element series, which is all about the nourishment. Venus is about the nourishment. Venus also signifies the beauty and the beauty products. Venus also signifies love, marriage, sex, beauty. Venus is the natural significator, that is the karka, that is the producer of the marriage and spouse. Okay, and what is 7th house? 7th house is the house of marriage. It's about death. It's about destination. It's about travel. It is about the interaction with the other people. It is the house of the western horizon. The first house is east horizon. 7th house is the west horizon. It is at the end of the day. It is at the timing of the sunset. It also signifies business, commerce, trades, and exchange. It also is the Bhavat Bhavam for the 10th house, that is the 10th from the 10th, and it is also the ultimate house of nourishment because it is 4th from the 4th. Now let us look at what are the effects of Venus when you have Venus in the 7th house of the horoscope. When Venus is into the 7th house, it can also create one of the Panchamahapurush Yoga known as Malavya Yoga. The literal meaning of the Malavya is, in fact, it does not have any meaning. It is the name of the area in the ancient India, okay, which was known for luxurious items. So Malavya Yoga. And when Malavya Yoga is formed or arise, there are 2 conditions to have a Malavya Yoga. First is Venus should be in the Kendra. What is the Kendra? Kendra is house number 1, 4, 7, 10. Next condition, it also should be in its own sign or in the sign of exaltation. So to form a Malavya Yoga, Venus has to be in the 1, 4, 7, 10 houses, and it has to be in the sign of Taurus or Libra, or the sign of exaltation of Venus, that is Pisces. We are talking about the 7th house of the horoscope. So if you have Venus in the 2nd house, in the Taurus, the 2nd Rashi, the Libra or the Pisces, it gives rise to the Malavya Yoga, and it bestows upon the native all the positive traits of the Venus. So the planet of love is coming into the house of marriage. Venus loves to make relationship. Mercury also loves to make a relationship, but Venusian relationships are far more driven by love, and Mercurian relationships are driven either by the friendships or by the business. Okay, but Venusian relationships are totally driven by love. So when the planet of love comes into the house of marriage, it is a positive indication to the person having this combination to have the capacity to relate to other person. Okay, so the person with the 7th house Venus can easily form a relationship because he is ready to accept that new person in his life, his or her life. And that is because of the Venus in the 7th house. The planet of beauty and luxury is coming into the house of the partnership. So these people can have a partner who can really help them elevate their status in this life. Okay, it can be a business partner or spouse. Whenever I say partner, take it as business partner as well as the spouse. So the person with the Venus in the 7th house gets the status in the society due to its spouse. Venus is the planet of the spouse, and now that planet is coming into the 7th house. Okay, Venus also represents the Shukra is also the guru of the Asuras. So Venus and Jupiter are two gurus. The planet of beauty is coming into the house of marriage. So these people tend to attract beautiful spouse. Generally, depends upon aspects and conjunction, it gets altered. But as a generic foundation, these people tend to attract the partner who are beautiful, who are symmetrical. Okay. 7th house is the house of travel, and Venus is the planet of abundance. Along with the Jupiter, Venus is the most benefic planet. But here's the difference between Venus and Jupiter. Venus gives to those who deserve, and Jupiter gives to those who deserve. But Venus is kind of easy on that. He gives to everyone. Okay, that's why he is the guru of the Asuras. So yes, traveling can also be seen from the 7th house, and the planet of luxury and comfort is coming into the 7th house. So these people have a comfortable journeys abroad. Okay, 7th house is also the house of your diplomacy. Venus is also the skilled into the business activities. Wherever there is an interaction, just like 7th house, with other people, or there is any opportunity to forming a relationship, Venus excel in such kind of positions. So Venus in the 7th house feels very comfortable. So he likes to be in the 7th house. So, okay, he feels it's about dealing with people, how to make money, would like to connect with somebody, have a relationship for a long term, committed relationship, marriage. Wow, great. He loves that. Okay. From the 7th house, Venus aspect the 1st house of the horoscope. 1st house is usually the house of orientation or one's perspective towards the life. So when you have the most benefic Venus aspecting your ascendant, it gives you the taste for luxurious items. It gives you the positivity and happiness to your personality. It brings in some kind of charm and magnetic personality. It makes the person extremely attractive. And if it is near the other planets, there are certain planets, I'll tell you in some other videos, which really makes one magnetic, irresistible charm. Okay, we'll talk about that in some later videos. But when a person has Venus aspecting the 1st house, it gives the native extremely attractive personality. Okay, the spouse of the person helps him in all walks of the life. Okay, so the Rashi of the Venus determines what kind of environment, what kind of manifestation is going to happen, and how this foundation and how this generic prediction is going to get altered and getting the final outcome. Okay, the Venus in the seventh house is also about the interactions. Venus is also the Maraka. If you look at Kalpurush Kundali, Venus rules the second house as well as the seventh house. So what is the common factor in the second house and seventh house? Both these houses are ruled by Venus. I got that. But apart from that, what do you see as a common grounding factor for these two houses? These two houses, both the houses are Maraka houses. Second house and the seventh house. Okay, so for this you need to understand the planets, the Saumya planets and Krur planets. You also have to consider the natural benefic, temporal benefic, compound benefic, or compound malefic. Okay, then only you can understand what kind of Venus or any planet is sitting in the seventh house or any house which is in the question. This was Venus, as much as I could hold, grasp, and share with you guys. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. But if you are new to Vedic astrology, what to watch next? Here is a playlist with how to get started into Vedic astrology. I also have a playlist called Retrogression of the Planets. And you can also go through the playlist of Planets Through Houses or Ascendant series. These 3-4 playlists I will highly recommend you. Okay, sending you tons of positive energy, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace. By the way, love and peace is Venus. So spread that love.